needed my own separate water meter because I'm on a shared well with my neighbor, and the meter that we have on the well, basically just monitors both houses, so it doesn't really differentiate between the two homes. So now I have my own independent meter. I can see what I'm using, specifically for me, what I'm using on the sprinklers, and then as well as the rest of the house.
Mike Graves and Adrian Ridgely are learning more about their water use after installing a smart leak detector on their well, a device that can help property owners find leaks and track down other common household water wasters. Mike wasn't necessarily looking for leaks when he researched water monitoring devices. He wanted to know how much water the couple uses since their home is on a shared well. So you've had the device for a few months now. What have you been able to discover about your water usage?
Well, the one thing which I kind of knew was that the sprinklers use a lot of water. They're basically, at this point, they're probably 70–80% of my water usage in the summertime. And so yeah, it's a lot. Right now I'm probably averaging about 300 gallons per cycle. The other thing that I'm able to tell too is, as I can tell, like when the sprinklers are running at night, it gives me an hour by hour indication on the app on what I'm using, and so if I'm using 300 gallons, if all of a sudden I know through the course of the month I'm using less and less, it's time for me to change my filters on my well, because I can tell that the capacity of the filters is being diminished.
Mike and Adrian began their water conservation journey when they removed a large chunk of their backyard lawn and planted a drought-tolerant landscape. The couple earned a cash rebate through the SNWA's Water Smart Landscapes rebate program and put it towards their landscape makeover. Now they can conveniently see how much water they're using and saving on their new landscape, as well as track their water usage indoors.
Well, the main thing is that I don't have to actually go out to my well and read the meter. I can check it on my phone. It's that convenient. So not only does it give you, how many gallons you've used, like per day, per month, or per year, but it can tell you, like you can turn your sink on and you can tell how many gallons per minute you're using. If you want to change your shower head out to a more efficient shower head, you can test the one that you're using now, and when you put your new one in, you can just look at your phone and you can turn it on and see how many gallons less it's using. And for me, the main thing is I can monitor my sprinklers and know exactly how much I'm using on my landscaping, because that is the biggest chunk of my water usage.
Like Mike and Adrian, you can monitor your entire property, from outdoor irrigation to indoor plumbing, with a smart leak detector. The technology monitors water usage in real time, detects leaks quickly, and sends notifications to your smartphone.
A lot of these devices are capable of measuring water in hundreds of gallons, and they're giving you that information on a minute-by-minute basis. So when the program determines that there's some kind of a recurring or ongoing situation, you're going to get a notification on your smartphone. In many cases, the catastrophic leak, something that just blows up, starts out as a slow drip. And so in a lot of cases you could prevent that. And there are two classes of devices, Jason. There's one that goes integrated into the plumbing system, where you actually cut a pipe and put it in. The advantage of that is you actually have a button, basically a remote control, where you can shut down the water if something were to happen. The other devices, they just monitor it. They may tell me something's going on, but if I'm not at home, I've got to find a neighbor, a friend, to go by my home and shut off the water in case of some kind of an emergency.
Jonathan Gleich, a self-described technology nerd and conservationist, says a repair on his home's main water line led him to research technology that could help him monitor all the water it takes to shower, irrigate the landscape, and maintain a swimming pool. He was surprised to see the biggest water guzzler.
As far as just the home irrigation goes, I figured I'm using 20–30 gallons of water in my irrigation. I was using over 100 gallons of water. It was shocking to see how much water I was wasting just in my irrigation system. And I'm not even talking about trips in the house or my pool or a hot tub. The biggest eater and waster of water was home irrigation. And it made me go and first of all get a Rancho water irrigation system, and I've saved probably another couple of 100 gallons of water just from smart watering than just having a clock. But I went and pulled up all the tubing, replaced all the bubblers, realized that little stream of water from a broken bubbler was wasting so much water, and my water bill and expenses dropped dramatically on just that one thing alone. And it's showing the
Jonathan
device
purchased
on
his
right
leak
now.
detection device and installed it with the help of a plumber. He then received a rebate from the SNWA. So the SNWA offers a rebate for leak detection devices. Tell us about the program.
Yeah, it's actually a rebate program that's combined with a research project. Because the devices are so new to the marketplace, we want to find out what happens. So we're providing consumers with a rebate up to $200 or 50% of the product cost for choosing to participate in our research study. And as a participant in that study, you're agreeing to allow the company that manufactures your device to share the data from the device back to the water authority so that we can see how customers respond to these. There may be potential that this becomes a long-term program because we are seeing water savings from it, and we've got to explore that potential.
Common sources of household leaks include irrigation leaks, worn toilet flappers, and dripping faucets. According to the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, easy-to-fix water leaks account for nearly 1 trillion gallons of water wasted each year. A smart leak detection device can help you track down even the tiniest, unseen leak.
We think there's two different mechanisms that these devices may save water. Obviously, one is the leak prevention and the leak detection. So if somebody gets a message that there's something going on at their home, no matter where they are, in some cases they can either get an immediate message and have someone respond to it, but some of the devices even allow you to shut off the water if that's happening. So that's one mechanism, but the one we're really interested in is in between those catastrophic events, people can learn a lot about their water use. So many of these devices are giving you minute by minute information about how you use water in your home. It can tell you how long your shower was, how many gallons per minute your shower operated at. You can see things like toilet flushes, outdoor irrigation, and we're hoping that some of that information helps people make better decisions about how they can conserve water at home.
It's been fantastic. Beside the water saving, I probably cut my bill by $30 or $40 a month. During the summer, you really notice it. I've probably saved 100 to 200 gallons a month just in the savings and the irrigation stuff. So that really, of all of the things that use water in this house, irrigation is the #1 item. And so addressing that and adding a smart irrigation controller has really saved me both money and saved water.